Guys, it's Ramon from Eclectic Adversary, and we are here back in Tokyo, Japan, man. It's been like 10 years since my first journey here, where it all started. It's insane. So today we're going to give you all the top tips you'll need to plan your first visit to Japan. And we're even here during the peak season of the cherry blossom, so the beautiful sakura. We're going to give you everything you need to know to visit, so stay tuned. It's gonna be awesome. Let's go. All right, so if you're landing in Narita Airport, the main airport hub in Tokyo, you'll find this baggage delivery service. Basically, you just give them your bags, put down the address of your hotel, and they'll ship it to anywhere. It's pretty awesome, and it's right by the entrance after baggage claim, so you can find it pretty easily. All right, so if you're landing at the airport, you can take a train called the Skyliner. That's the quickest way into the city, and it's like $25, something like that. It's not bad. Just step up to the booth, ask them where you want to go, and they will help you out. Everyone here is so super friendly and nice, so it's awesome. Japan is known as the land of the rising sun and is an archipelago consisting of a long stretch of mountainous islands, including Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. Of the 126 million residents that live there, almost 80% live in the central region of Honshu, where you'll find the megacity of Tokyo, the natural landmark and sacred mountain Fuji, and more traditional cities like Kyoto and Osaka in the Kansai region, just south of Tokyo. What I love about Japan is that it is a harmonious mix of futuristic city life and traditional Zen temples. So, when is the best time to visit Japan? Actually, Japan is a year-round destination with all seasons having something to do, but the most popular season is during the spring, where you can see the magnificent cherry blossoms. This is about a 2-week period, typically at the end of March to beginning of April, so you'll need a bit of luck and good weather to cooperate to see them. Flights to Japan are definitely going to be your most expensive purchase on the trip, since they will range between $800 and $2,000 depending on what season. Obviously, cherry blossom season and spring is going to be way more expensive than others, but it is about a 13-hour flight, so definitely not a short flight, to say the least. Also, the time difference there is about 13 hours, so get prepared for a super bad case of jet lag when you land. Fortunately, when you get there, the food is super cheap and delicious. Actually, I think it's some of my favorite food on the planet, with super flavorful things like sushi and ramen, of course. Another good thing right now is that we have a favorable exchange rate with the USD, so you really get a lot of bang for your buck. I would recommend taking out some cash, maybe when you arrive at a local ATM, maybe at a 7-Eleven or something, because while card is accepted at most places, some things are still exclusively cash, so it's definitely good to have some. It may be also wise to pack a coin purse, since the 100 to 500 yen, which is equivalent to from $1 to $5, is all in coins, and you will be receiving a lot of them. Accommodations in Japan are super plentiful, so you'll have a plethora of options to choose from luxurious to super budget travel friendly. It really does have it all. As long as you're not claustrophobic or need a lot of space, you can choose a capsule hotel, which can range from $20 to $45. Super cheap, and you'll be in the heart of the city, but you will have to share in a public bathroom space and sleep in a coffin, but it definitely is an interesting hotel experience. Lucky, there's tons of other options for hotels around the city, and you'll find very great prices. So even less than $100, you can get like a 4-star hotel right in really good areas like Shinjuku or Shibuya. As long as you look around, it'll be a great value, and you'll get awesome amenities. Alright, so we are in Kyoto, so we decided to go for a more traditional experience, and we are staying at a ryokan, which is a traditional Japanese house. Like, they even have the tatami mats with the beds on the floor. All the doors are like the little sliding doors. Super cool, man. Very old school style, and has like a onsen, I guess, on one of the main levels, so the hot springs where everyone can access. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, man, not gonna lie. They even have like this dinner called kaiseki ryori, and it's not included. I think you gotta pay extra, but it looks pretty cool. I think it's another different experience to have if you're here in Japan. Japan has one of the best public transportation systems in the world, from a super efficient subway system to the fastest trains called Shinkansen, or the bullet train. It is the best option if you want to get in between cities at a super fast pace since it goes about 200 miles per hour. There's something called the Japan Rail Pass, which is a great option for unlimited rides on the Shinkansen, but mainly I would suggest this only if you're traveling to different regions across the country and not outside of Honshu. If you're just staying in Honshu and doing the normal route of Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, I would recommend not getting it since you can just buy individual JR passes at the station or online. The trains are super simple to use and very affordable, so I highly recommend using that while you're getting around the city and avoiding taxis if you can because they are super expensive. All right, so if you're using the subway to get around Tokyo, you definitely have to keep your wits about you. It can get super confusing. I mean, we never really got lost riding the actual train. I think that's pretty easy to figure out, but the subway stations, crazy. So you have a few options for purchasing your subway tickets. You can either buy like a one-day pass, 24-hour pass, but those are only available for certain lines, so you got to be a little bit careful about that. Or you can buy a Passmo or Suica card. This is actually from like 10 years ago. I can't believe it still works. All right, if I haven't talked about konbinis enough, I don't care. They're amazing. I'm gonna keep doing it. You can get anything here: clothes, hot food, cold food, alcohol, drinks. I mean, it's so awesome. The main ones are 7-Eleven, Lawson's, and Family Mart. They're all pretty equally awesome, so you definitely got to go check it out. They're open 24/7, and yeah, it's just an amazing experience. You can even find ATMs here and lots of other stuff. So super convenient, and they're open 24/7. Actually, they're come from the word convenience store in Japanese, so it's really just shortened to konbini. So know about the konbini life. And one of my favorite snacks to eat here, onigiri, man. So this is rice ball just filled with random stuff, all types of different flavors, so you gotta try them out. They're like 100 yen, so super cheap. It's been 10 years since our first trip to Japan, and it still remains one of my favorite countries of all time. Here are a few tips and tricks you can use to plan your first trip to Japan and avoid some of that culture shock. First off, Japan is one of the safest countries in the world, and you can walk around back streets and alleys at any time of the day with no problem. It is also super clean, like the streets have no trash almost anywhere in sight, and no trash bins. So if you have garbage, you probably just have to hold it on for a while. Embrace the futuristic toilets. Man, they are so insane. They have heated seats, water jets, music, big and small flush, tons of buttons and options. They are insane. When receiving something like money or an item, be sure to grab it with two hands as a sign of respect. Also, do not tip. That is a huge thing over here at restaurants or any service. There are no tips allowed. Be sure to bow. Also, when you're greeting or showing gratitude, just a slight bow will do. Do not eat while walking in the streets. It is considered a bit rude. Also, do not talk on the cell phone in the train or in public, as that is also considered pretty rude. Although many Japanese understand English throughout the big cities, many are not fluent in English, so it definitely helps to know some survival phrases in Japanese. Here are the top 3 phrases that we were using nonstop in Japan. The first word is konnichiwa, which is like good afternoon. The second is going to be arigatou gozaimasu, which is thank you very much. You'll definitely be using that almost nonstop everywhere you go. And the last but not least, most versatile word, sumimasen, which can be used for excuse me, or to call over attention, or to say I'm sorry. So very useful phrase. Also, you can use this at restaurants to grab your waiter's attention, since they won't be constantly checking in on you. Don't be afraid to slurp your ramen, as it is a sign that the food is really good. Also, there are no tattoos in onsens and bathhouses. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is that you will be doing a ton of walking, so make sure to wear comfortable shoes, and also good socks too, because some places you'll have to take off your shoes before entering, like temples or shrines. Also, everything is super punctual over here, so be sure not to be late for anything. The trains run to the exact minute. All right, and there are some of our top tips for experiencing Japan for the first time. There's so much to do and learn here. It is definitely an amazing country where you're gonna have some of the best food, best sights, the most friendliest people, amazing temples and nature. It is incredible. So you're going to love it. Definitely stay tuned because we have way more adventures going through Japan as some of our favorite cities and things to do here. So we're going to see you guys later. Peace out.